Okay, good evening, dear students of bachelors in early childhood education. That is the likes of Elizabeth, um, Lydia, Mile, and others. Today, I want us to discuss about management of disabilities in children. Management of disabilities in children. Begin with, we shall define the term disabilities. That according to our document, our handout here that I have developed, we shall define disabilities as follows. And we shall say, disability of children, including type of disabilities, and defining the meaning of the various mode of disabilities. Okay, now a disability is defined as a condition, yes, a condition or a function judged to be significantly impaired relative to the usual standards of an individual or a group. The unusual functioning, the unusual operation of a person, of an individual, is what we are referring to as a disability. When a child is not able to do a certain task, could be an intellectual task, could be a physical task, could even be a social task. The fact that the child is not able to socialize with others effectively, then it becomes a disability. Okay? We shall continue and say that the term is used to refer to individual functioning, including physical impairment, sensory impairments, cognitive impairments, intellectual impairments, mental illness, and various types of chronic diseases. Okay? When we talk about disabilities, this is our standards. This is where we are basing to judge. The judgment is standardized on the intellectual, the sensory, the physical, and many others. Okay? But we can classify also disabilities by recognizing the role of the physical and the social emotional factors in affecting disabilities. And then the outcomes of disabilities can impact another person. They can also impact people in different ways. Even when one person has the same type of disability, disabilities impacts our daily operations, a child's daily operations. Okay? But some disabilities may be hidden, and these hidden disabilities are known as invisible disabilities. And there are many other types of disabilities. Okay, disability is conceptualized as being a multitudinal experiences for the person involved, and there may be effects on organs or body parts, and there may be effects on a person's participation in areas of the corresponding in the life. Now, there are three dimensions of disabilities, and these are the body structure and function. 2, we have the activity, that is the activity restriction is action is in activities. And then 3, participation, the ability to participate in a given activity. The classification also recognizes the role of the physical and the social emotional factors in affecting disabilities. Disabilities can impact people in different ways. Even when one person has the same type of a disability, another person with the same disability may be hidden. And like as we said, that is known as the invisible. There are disabilities that we cannot see with our eyes. They are invisible. And some of these disabilities will include, we have a list of some of disabilities, the types of disabilities. For example, we have the visual, that includes the sight, seeing. Inability to see well is a disability. Hearing, inability to hear respectively is another type of disability. Then we have thinking. This deals with decision making, reasoning, logic, creative thinking. Failure to make rightful decisions, it is a disability, and this is invisible. Then we have the learning disability, and in this we shall talk about forgetfulness, lack of ability to remember what you have learned. It is a disability. Failure to memorize and conceptualize what you are being taught. It's a disability. Learning, that one is termed as a learning disability. Movement, inability to move a certain distance, even to move your different body parts, even when you are seated. If you are seated like as I am sitting, my face looking up to you, but you are not able to twist your neck like this, to this direction, or even to this other direction, then it is a disability. And remember, we said some of them are intellectual, some of them are emotional, but also some of them can be caused by chronic diseases. For example, these movement disabilities they are mostly caused by the chronic diseases. Then we have the mental disability, the inability for the brain not to work as expected. You are so forgetful, you rush in making decisions, and at a certain point of time you even regret why you have made such a decision. So much quick and decision making without logic. It is a disability. Then remembering is another disability. You have kept some money, you have kept, it is so common in children that you tell the child, go and bring a cup from the house or from the kitchen. Then after 1 minute, he comes, Mommy, what did you say? What did you send me to bring? He say, I told you to go and bring a cup. Then he goes. After 2 minutes, still the child will come back. Mommy, I've forgotten. What did you say? Just know that that child has a problem of remembering. Then, communication disability, inability to communicate effectively. Now, this is broad. It is not limited to only talking, but it is wide. Even the way you articulate words, the way you pronounce, the inability for your tongue to play and produce effective sounds of words. It is a communication disability. Now, even also the inability to communicate as you speak and apply the required gestures. It is a communication disability. Inability to communicate and people understand what you are communicating. Failure to express freely effective communication. It is a disability. Communicating. And then lastly is the social relationship. The social relationship. One, inability to maintain the friends. If you're a kind of a person who has a child and this child every day, he or she comes with a different friend, doesn't have the ability to maintain a certain friend for a certain period of time, then it is a disability. If you cannot maintain friendship for a longer time, and if others cannot maintain you as their friend, then you have a social disability. If you're a kind of a person who is ever complaining about others, whoever you see is doing a wrong thing. If you are a kind of a person who feels that you can do everything and you are ever better than the other, then you are likely to have a social problem, a social disability that you'll need to check yourself. So if this kind of a child that has inability to maintain friendship, then there is a social problem with that child. So today I want us to end there tonight, and I want you to go and read more